Country Crossover. I'm Heather Gardner.
And I'm Kristen Strange.
And this is the place where country music meets pop culture. And let me tell you, the CMAs are coming up and we have so much to talk about.
I know, this is like the biggest week leading up to it. All the predictions, everything anyone needs to know about CMAs is here.
And especially about, well, we know the opening monologue always likes to give a little push in the direction of somebody is going to get the short change on this one.
The biggest news in country music that year.
It's going to be Blake and Miranda this year. Now, Blake actually had an interview this week with Seth Meyers, and he said, bring it on. I mean, obviously, he says it's a little awkward. It's definitely going to be a little strange. I think this is going to be the first public appearance either one of them has had together since the divorce back in June.
And it's the first time in 8 years that they haven't gone to the CMA Awards. The first time they went was in 2007. So every year they go together, and this is gonna be the first time.
I'm gonna cry.
I know. It's like
I'm just gonna give me my tissues right now. It's supposed to be a happy time in country music, but seriously, I am still not over the fact that they're divorced.
No, and he's acting like such a good sport about it. He's, you know, I'll accept the jokes. I know you got a job to do. But so it's awesome.
Miranda has said nothing. Not one single thing. I mean, Blake has been a little chatty. He said, you know, he hasn't given any reasons. I'm waiting for them, by the way. He hasn't given any reasons why they got divorced, but Miranda has said literally nothing. Nothing at all. Hasn't spoken his name since then, so it's going to be extra awkward.
They do tweet at each other, though.
One time? That doesn't count. Like, one time, okay?
It was a big moment, okay, for all of us.
I'm still holding on to that tweet. All right,
Someone who's been spending a lot of time in Nashville and hopefully will show up at the CMA Awards, Reese Witherspoon.
Great, Reese Witherspoon. She has
a new store that just opened its flagship store in Nashville, Draper James, home goods, clothing, accessories.
So
all Reese-inspired. I think it's going to be perfect too, because just the little bit that she showed us is all Southern charm, but super, super chic, and that's just her personality. So if it's her in a store, perfect.
You've got to see, like, the outside of the shop is just perfect. You walk in the doors, the inside of the shop is perfect. They had a little party yesterday. It was just this amazing, so cute, and so many country celebrities were there. Faith Hill, Reba McEntire, and Cam, new artist who sings that song Burning House, all showed up. So Reese has got a pretty good squad. Can we call it a squad?
We'll ask her if she believes in a squad.
I know, right? But seriously, so cute, and I just love the fact she actually grew up in Nashville. She's an actress, so obviously she's not doing the country music thing, even though she's got a really good voice, by the way.
She does.
She should put out an album.
She's so adorable. I think she should. She would be great as like a guest star on Nashville. Putting it out there.
We should have that. I like that. But seriously, the shop is to die for. Everything in it, I could spend all my money.
I can't wait until they expand. I'm sure there's bound to be more.
Oh yeah, this is just the first shop opening up in Nashville, so there's definitely going to be more. Moving on to LeAnn Rimes. Okay, now I gotta tell you about this one with a grain of salt, because LeAnn and Eddie, they got together under very strange circumstances. I mean, we're talking like cheating on each other's spouses while each other's still married, that kind of nonsense. So there is a lot of drama in LeAnn and Eddie's life.
But she's saying she's trying to battle this evil stepmom.
Yeah, which I can't imagine her being an evil stepmom, by the way.
No, but I think it sounds like she has some issues with the previous wife, and she's talking about
Brandy Glanville. I mean, side note, she's cray-cray. Yeah. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. She's a little bit insane.
Apparently, she tweets a lot, and so LeAnn Rimes has said, I just ignore it now because I can't control it.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, LeAnn now is a stepmother, so she has to do what's best for her now children, and Eddie's children, and not getting involved in the drama is the thing to do. She said
taking the high road.
Exactly. She says she's really trying to not be wicked, not giving stepmoms a bad name, trying to do the right thing, which honestly I gotta commend. I really do.
Yeah, and I know she does hope to have some kids of her own.
We're waiting
with Eddie soon. So
she's too involved in her yoga right now for that to happen for serious. All right, we have to talk about something very serious and very sad in the country music world, and that's the situation that's going on with Joey and Rory. They're a husband and wife duo, travel the country together, a little lesser known artist, but still very important in the country music world.
They played a lot of shows.
Oh, tons and tons of shows. If you're a true country fan, you know who these people are. Joey, she's the wife. She's actually been diagnosed with cancer, and they just revealed that the treatment is not working.
So they went home, in a quote, that they went home not to die, but to live.
And I like that. I mean, obviously, treatment's not working. They're looking at very serious options right now. They've actually canceled every single one of their shows to go back home and care for Joey, except for one.
And Rory and his daughter, Heidi, from a previous marriage, are going to play their last show in Utah, which is going to be really sweet because they said the cause was really important for them. And it's something that, you know, they committed to and they want to be there for their fans.
And it's a really, really sad situation because Joey and Rory have a 1-year-old daughter together, which is just so sad. And they haven't come out and said it, but when you're talking about cancer and you're talking about treatments not working, it's just a matter of time. I think they're gonna. They've said they're faithful people. They're gonna bring it up to God, and that's really all they can hope for at this point, which is just heartbreaking.
And I think that they want to spend. She wanted to spend her last time on while she's here with her daughter and enjoying her and being able to play with her.
Yeah, so it's just so heartbreaking.
It is. But speaking of babies, Carrie Underwood has baby-proofed her tour bus. How amazing is that?
I'm not surprised whatsoever. I think Carrie Underwood has talked a lot about her 7-month-old, I guess now 8-month-old baby Isaiah since he was born. And literally, she is the most hands-on mom. Baby's on the tour bus, baby's in the concerts, baby's wearing earphones everywhere, backstage. Of course, she baby-proofed her bus.
I love how much she did. She said there's one button that you can press that just baby-proofs everything. So everything is closed, everything is locked.
I think
he can't get into anything.
She said she had a vision of him going down the trash chute, which he's 8 months old. He's like this tall.
Well, he's crawling, so if he pushes something open.
So literally, it's like a safety lock. Like, we need this in our homes.
I know.
Push a button, everything's done.
Amazing. I love that.
I like it too. And the fact that she, again, a hands-on mom.
Yeah, he's gonna go with her everywhere.
She has not stopped her career whatsoever since giving birth. Got to commend the girl. Got to love a mama who's on the road. And she's going to take her family with her. She's committed to the fact they're not going to have nannies. Her husband, Mike Fisher, is going to be there with her when he can, because obviously he's a huge hockey star.
Right.
But I like this family atmosphere.
I do too.
And I especially love the fact that she's back on the road, and we will get to that in a minute. But first, fall has struck, which means we are busting out all of the fall recipes, fall drinks. Hello.
My favorite part of fall.
Exactly. So stay tuned because we have a to-die-for fall sangria recipe. We have a local bartender who's going to teach us how to make it because we're clueless.
And it's delicious.
So good. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Country Crossover. Okay, one of the biggest songs of the summer, guys, was Blake Shelton's Sangria. You know what I'm talking about.
A good song.
Are you a big country fan?
I am, actually. Midwest.
Do your lips taste like sangria?
Hopefully in a few minutes they will.
Even though it was a huge summer hit, though, this is a fall sangria recipe, and sangria can be really good for fall.
Oh, absolutely. Just summer is not over with your sangria. You can have it in the fall too. And we have
year-round.
Ryan Hooks here. He is our bartender extraordinaire. He's going to actually walk us through how to make a fantastic fall sangria.
We are ready to be your assistants.
Wait a minute. I got a preferences. We're not very good assistants. No. Not at all.
Well, hopefully you're just good at drinking, and that's all we need.
That's all we need. Hey, we fans of Blake Shelton, we know how to drink. All right, so what do we do first?
All right, so the thing that's really nice about sangria is you can make it about 100 different ways. Really, the only things that you truly need are a red wine. Could be any kind of red wine. Usually a cheap Cabernet works the best. Check. Brandy or some sort of that type of alcohol. You can use brandy or whiskey to really make it have a little kick to it. And then I like to use triple sec, which isn't necessary, but that gives it that nice orange and citrusy essence.
Kind of sweetens it up a little bit too.
You can get with citrus, like fruit and such, but you can add any fruit that you really want. So if you're like a fan of pineapple or peach, or I have oranges, apples, and peaches personally.
But these are good fall things. We got our harvest apples for fall.
Absolutely.
We're keeping it the red wine theme. This is for a cozy night by the fire. Okay.
A bathtub filled with sangria.
If you saw the music video, the bathtub filled with sangria. Luckily, there's no bathtubs.
Well, the night's young. We'll see what happens once we drink all the sangria. Okay. All right, and then with sangria too, you can add sugar or not. I do prefer to add the sugar to it because it kind of really sweetens it up a little bit. So I just use a 1/4 cup of sugar, which I've pre-poured for you right there.
So we just poured in a little...
Dump the sugar right in there.
All right.
And then also...
easy so far, guys. This is
quarter
easy.
Cups all around are the way to go. There's a 1/4 cup of brandy. And then I usually, at this point, like to mix the sugar up before we put a lot of stuff in there.
That's a good
so we can make sure the sugar is diluted and it's not sitting in the bottom.
Good thing we have another spoon that actually fits.
I brought this great slotted spoon, which is good for stirring, but
not good for our teeny tiny little pitcher here.
And then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of the triple sec as well.
Triple sec, okay.
Should I help you pour?
Yes, 1/4 cup.
It's the bottom line.
The bottom line. perfect for that in there.
That's close enough.
I want it to be really citrusy.
It's a rough estimate. You can obviously add more brandy or less depending on
more brandy,
if you
more
prefer
wine.
a stronger, more wine, that kind of stuff. So I did also pre-cut some fruit. I'm a really big fan when it comes to sangria of fruits that are porous and clear. So apples or pears, because they really soak up the fruit. Then you also get a good little treat when you eat them. Ooh. So dump a bunch of those in there. Those are.
I'm good at this too, putting things in the pitcher.
I didn't cut enough, so I need to cut some more here. Also, when you're cutting it, if you cut around the core, as I started to do this pear, so I usually cut down, turn it, cut down, turn it, cut down, and then you just leave the core in the middle. But you can take these pieces and just cut them right into strips. And so then you have nice little strips you can throw into the sangria.
Does it matter how big they are? Like if you want to do strips or chunks, or if you just want to throw the whole orange in there?
Our pitcher, you do want to cut it up though, so the citrus comes out, or anything that's in the fruit is going to come out into the sangria.
One thing I really love about sangria too, it's such a pretty drink, especially for like entertaining this fall, Thanksgiving. It's going to be perfect.
And you can decorate
pretty.
the glasses with these fruits too.
Absolutely. Pour the wine in.
All right, my favorite part.
This is a big
Now, I would say since we have some stuff in there that's not fully mixed, maybe put half the wine in and then mix it up.
And then pour the
rest of the wine in.
All right, let me mix it up.
Usually 1 bottle of wine is the right amount of wine with the other stuff that we've put in there. Sometimes if you put too much fruit in there, it's hard to mix, so you can always just take the glass and swirl it around.
Yeah.
And also, it will mix too when you pour it into the glass.
Oh,
okay.
So feel free to fill the rest of the wine up and get it in there.
Get it in there, Kristen.
That's right.
How am I doing, guys?
You're great.
You're spilling a little bit, to be honest.
Hope you brought a bar towel to clean this mess up. Jeez.
I told you it wasn't going to be pretty.
Pour all that wine in there. So we're just gonna stir it up, right?
Get it all mixed up.
And it looks so pretty, and it smells so citrusy and so good.
It's great, right? And usually I like to take the sangria, and I don't add ice to it when I make it. I usually pour it over ice.
That's gonna water it down,
and it's gonna water it down, just dilute it a little bit, especially if it's a little too winey or too brandy. I usually refrigerate it though after I make it so that it can be cold.
And it's supposed to be pretty long time, right?
A couple hours.
A few hours?
Yeah, usually.
It smells really good.
You have to get it cold.
Yeah, you can really smell all the citrusy flavors.
I brought you some fun glasses, and I brought a manly glass for me.
Of course
This is the kind of glass that Blake Shelton would use, so this is what I'm gonna use.
Actually, I think he would use a red Solo cup. Do you have a red Solo cup lying around?
Don't tempt me, then I might just pull one out from under the bar.
How long would you let this sit at home?
Optimal.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours?
Usually make it a little beforehand so that it can refrigerate and hang out, and then it's good to go.
Perfect.
Obviously, you can drink it immediately, especially if you're putting it over ice, but refrigerated is the best way.
We
have our
pre-made some.
Yeah.
That's been sitting for a little while. All right, since you were the bartender, I'm gonna go ahead and serve you first, since you taught us how to make sangria.
Yes. However, you're the ladies, and you should, of course, drink first.
Oh, wow, look at that, turning the tables on us.
Oh.
Can we put a little?
Yes, and then you can also take, if you have leftover fruit, you can put some of the fruit. Actually, oops, sorry.
That was almost bad.
When there's ice in there as well, it will sit usually on top and it'll hang out, or you can actually take a spoon and take it right out of your pitcher as well, since it's been sitting and marinating.
And soppy,
and
delicious.
all the fruit in there is really nice and
wonderful.
Helps bring out the flavor, especially when you get to the end after you've drank the glass of sangria and you're sad there's no more left. You can eat the fruit.
But also, I've seen nowadays it's really popular to get those huge bins. I have one. I think you came to a party at my house one time where it was huge bin and you just pour and pour and pour, and all night long, you're good.
Shall we cheers to Blake Shelton?
Yes, lips
Thank you,
taste
Blake
like
Shelton.
sangria.
Sangria.
It's really good.
There you have it.
Was this a Cabernet? It's sharp and...
This was a Merlot, but...
I mean, you can use any red wine, correct?
Any red wine will work, yes.
I had no idea sangria was so versatile, that you could use so many different things.
Different kinds of wine, like I said, and the thing with the fruit, especially, if you like different flavors of fruit, so if you like something sweeter, pineapple is a great choice. Again, it's gonna let the fruit juices out, but also soak the wine in. Apples and oranges and lemons, limes are always a fan. You can actually even add, depending on your flavoring, if you wanna add some lime juice, or a lot of things that people really like to do as well, depending on the season, is add some kind of tonic water or even some hint fizz water that will actually give the sangria a little bit of bubble.
Yeah.
You can even do a sparkling wine, something sweet like that as well. Tonic water is usually sweet, but again, the hint fizz water is...
Well, I think this is perfect for a Thanksgiving dinner, a nice Netflix and chill time with your man, with your lady. It's all right, so cheers, Blake Shelton. You got your fall sangria. The CMA Awards are literally just upon us tomorrow.
Right.
Tomorrow.
They are so close.
And it is my favorite time of the year. I am a girl who Googles and ogles over the red carpet, who is dying to want my favorite song to win. I am that girl. I'm going to be sitting there at your house with my wine. We're going to be watching it together.
There's going to be some crazy performances, some like duos that we never heard together before.
And every single year, I don't know why Carrie and Brad don't have their own reality show yet, because I can't wait once a year to see them together.
I know.
They're amazing. They never disappoint.
Last year when he broke the baby news, what's he going to do this year?
Well, Blake Shelton has a prediction of his own that is going to be, they're going to talk about Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert's divorce. But I just, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they are. Are they?
I think they are, and I'm gonna go that there's gonna be at least 5 jokes.
5 jokes?
5 jokes.
Okay, listen, the country music world is a very tight-knit community. It's not like the rest of the music genres that are feuding all the time. This isn't a Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj kind of thing. They're family in Nashville. So I can't see Carrie Underwood, a sweet little Carrie Underwood who just had a baby. Oh my gosh, you got divorced.
I don't think she's going to be the one making the jokes. I think it's going to be Brad Paisley, and I think he's going to go in for the laugh. Because everybody else...
What can we laugh about? The fact they have said nothing. No reasons as to why they ended their 4-year marriage, 8 years together. They have led us on as to no reason why they are split up. What are they going to joke about? Maybe
he'll find a way.
Oh, I got one. Maybe that Blake Shelton is gay.
Maybe. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm sure that's definitely going to come up.
Okay, so you're saying 5. I'm sure they're going to mention it. I'm going to say 2.
2.
I'm going under your 2.
Well, do you think Carrie Underwood is going to have more outfit changes than that?
Absolutely. Now, Carrie Underwood, she is the queen of the CMAs.
Right.
Let's just pop a crown on her head and call it a day, because she is the queen.
No one else needs to win anything.
Exactly. Last year, she wore 11 outfits. And mind you, she was 6 months pregnant at the time. The girl can change some clothes.
I think she's going to go for an even 15. Just put it out there.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of big. I was going to say 12. I would say 1 up it every single year. This is her 8th year now.
I think she's going to be like, I'm not pregnant anymore. I can finally go out there
and have you seen her
wear
body?
all the clothes. I look amazing 8 months after giving a birth.
She absolutely does. So you're going 15?
15. That's my prediction.
Is there even time for that? That would be like a total of 2 minutes per outfit.
She can do it.
Do you think she can do it? Oh gosh.
Every time on and off the stage, we're in a new outfit.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I'm going 12. I'm going to say she's going to one-up herself, her pregnancy body last year.
Right.
I'm going to say at least 2 crop tops.
Oh, perfect. I would love it.
Oh, she's got to show those abs.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. A big award that goes out every year that is so controversial every year because there are just way too many great albums to choose from. Album of the year, of course. What do you think? Here are the nominees. We got Jason Aldean, who, by the way, was snubbed out of last year's CMAs altogether.
Yeah.
Supposedly, my personal opinion stemming from his affair into a marriage, into the divorce thing.
You know, they'll get over it.
I know. They're over it now. He's nominated for his album, Old Boots, New Dirt. So that's a really big shocker that he's actually nominated, although he was snubbed out of The Entertainer, but we'll get to that. Casey Musgraves, a second-time nominee for Pageant Material. But by the way, didn't really have any high-hitting singles.
It doesn't,
it's
but I've heard so much about it. That's why I'm actually kind of leaning towards that as a winning album of the year.
We didn't hear the rest yet.
I know.
Okay. Little Big Town, Painkiller. Gotta love these guys. They are the quintessential comeback Nashville story. Love them. Love their music. Their harmonies. Oh my gosh, just from heaven.
Perfect, yeah.
Kenny Chesney. I thought that was a pretty big surprise.
Right.
Kenny Chesney has won the Big Revival. So I'm iffy on that one. And then this is a dark horse out of nowhere. I literally don't even know where this came from. Chris Stapleton?
You know, he's popped up in the last 2 months. I've heard so much about him, and I'm like, where'd you come from, Chris?
Probably because he was nominated for a CMA Award. I had the hardest time even finding any pictures of him or information about him. Again, no radio play. So, I mean, if you're not a true country fan, you probably don't even know who this guy is. However, the CMAs are very, very known for giving awards to people who deserve it, and whether it's radio play or not. So honestly, the dark horse could just come and ride away into the sunset.
Right. You know what? I'm still going to go with Casey Musgraves.
Really?
I think, I've heard so much about this. I listen to the radio all the time. I've heard so much about it. So many people are buzzing about it. I think she's going to take it home.
A shoo-in, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jason Aldean, to be completely honest, because again, he was snubbed out of the big category, and in speaking in terms of numbers, hardly anybody except Taylor Swift, who was not even attending, hardly anybody in the country music world did better than this guy. They got to give him something, since they snubbed him last year completely and then snubbed him once again out of the Entertainer when he really, really deserved to be there. I'm going to say Jason Aldean.
Yeah.
And again, deservedly. Not that they're just going to throw him an award to, you know, keep him quiet, because he's also very chatty when it comes about his awards. No, but very well deserved, I think.
And Entertainer of the Year.
Oh, Entertainer of the Year. This one gets me every single damn time. Okay. Garth Brooks, Luke Bryan, Kenny Chesney, Eric Church, and the soul woman again, Miranda Lambert.
I'm thinking it's gonna go to Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks?
Honestly,
it's really hard to argue with Garth Brooks. Yeah. I mean, let's just think about this for half a moment.
You got to think though, when's the next time he's going to be nominated? Because you know,
next year.
You think?
I think so.
He doesn't. You know, he's on all these big tours this year.
But that makes him the Entertainer of the Year.
Going to all these places that, like right now, that I feel like he's, you know, he hasn't been to in a while. So I think he's going to take it home this year.
And again, the Academy really likes to praise people, and they love a good comeback story.
Right.
I'm going to get into George Strait and all that nonsense that happened a few years ago when he won. I think it was the ACMs though, but not the. But again, the Academy, they're all the same people voting. So Garth Brooks, a very, very good choice. Luke Bryan actually won it last year. So I'm going to say he's not going to win it this year again. They hardly ever do that.
You know, I think Miranda Lambert should be like my second choice under Garth Brooks for who I think would take it home, just because she's done so much.
When are we going to get a woman who actually wins this award?
Right?
I am still reeling over Carrie Underwood not being nominated. I'm just going to throw it out there. Carrie Underwood is my girl crush. I love her to death. I am always going to fight for this woman. Granted, last year she took a lot of time off because of her pregnancy, but in years past, that woman deserved to be in this category, and I don't know why she's not there. So I'm going to girl power. I am rooting for Miranda all the way. Right. However, I don't think she's going to win. I'm just being honest here. I think Garth Brooks is going to take it.
I do too. Yeah.
We love a good comeback story. He is selling out everywhere. And I don't know why he wouldn't take it, except for the fact that he hasn't put out any new music in a bit. I mean, he had a couple songs, but not a full-on album. They might maybe hold that against him, but it's Garth Brooks.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see about that one.
Well, speaking of Garth Brooks, we're going to head into our news segment. We got some news about Garth Brooks and the fact that he is selling out literally every single show. Every single show. He just added 4 more new shows. Hello, Entertainer of the Year, checkmate. I mean, 4 new shows selling 51,000 seats almost on average per show, which is, that's insane. Like Taylor Swift gets those numbers only.
Right.
It's incredible. I just don't understand. Again, I don't understand why he doesn't have this award already. So incredible. And of course, his wife, Trisha Yearwood, is going to be opening every single show. Whatever, just give him the award. All right. I know we're moving past that segment, but just give him the award. Tim McGraw also has a brand new album, which is coming out really, really soon. And I gotta say, I absolutely love the name of this album.
Damn country music.
I love it.
His picture, his album cover kind of looks like the Chick-fil-A logo to me.
It's like black and white.
But I like it.
Listen, Tim McGraw can do what he wants.
Right.
Let me just tell you, this is Tim McGraw's 20th album.
He just released Sundown Heaventown a little over a year ago, so most people take so much longer to release a new album. Tim McGraw is out there.
He's just that good.
Yeah, and I love that the first track features Gracie McGraw, his daughter, who's 18 years old.
And we saw her earlier this year perform with him, and she is got a great voice. It's really surprising because, you know, sometimes they're like, let me sneak my family in. No, this girl can hold her own.
Her father's Tim McGraw, and her mother's Faith Hill.
Which, by the way, I am excited about Tim McGraw's new album, but I'm not going to lie. I am waiting, literally, holding my breath for a Tim McGraw Faith Hill duet album. Why they haven't made that in the near 20 years they have been married, it escapes me.
Well, they had their Vegas show together.
Oh, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. I want albums. I want to be able to hit replay. I want to sit there with my wine. I'm an alcoholic. All I've been doing is talking about wine this whole show. I'm going to sit there with my wine and listen to those two because they're amazing together.
Well, I know you're going to be excited about this next one because your girl crush, Carrie Underwood, your girl, just announced her 2016 tour. She's going to go next year, 2016, from January 30th to May 30th, starting in Cincinnati, Ohio, I believe.
Oh, gosh.
She's got all these dates booked, you know, day after day after day. I'm sure that tickets are going to sell out super quick. She's got Easton Corbin and the Swan Brothers opening for her.
Great
Her baby-proof bus, as we talked about earlier. Everything.
He's going to make an appearance on stage. That'd be fun.
That would be sweet. I think she'll probably keep him backstage, though. That'd be a little too much for an 8-month, 9-month, probably a year at that point.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, the thing about Carrie Underwood is she's got a lot of dates on there, and she's been really open about being a hands-on mom. And Mike Fisher, he's got this hockey thing going on.
Well, she does tour during hockey season, so they have all the time. When he's off, they have all that time to spend together. So I imagine she'll keep the baby with her on her baby-proof bus.
She hasn't said anything, but do you think she has a nanny?
I'm sure she has someone. I think she has a nanny or someone helping her, you know, kind of like someone who stays with her, so helps her with the baby while, you know, she's got to be.
Someone has to. The baby can't be in, what do they call the swing?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
The things where you attach it to
wrap thing, like, wouldn't that be something for her to come out, just start singing Blown Away, and she's got this baby like strapped to her?
Well, fans who purchased her new album Heartbeat will have early access to her tour. So
Storyteller?
I'm sorry, yeah, Storyteller.
Heartbeat's the single. We're just too excited about it.
Her new album. You'll have new early access to her tickets. So if you want early access, because they're gonna sell out quick, you better buy her album quick.
She hasn't toured in two years going on. So really, this is very, very big news in the country world. All right, listen up. Like I said, we're going to wine and dine at her house watching the CMAs. We want you to tweet us. We will be live tweeting the entire time. The whole night. I'm telling you, I got a little feisty. Even talking about it, I might just
We might get a little upset. We might get a little emotional.
Exactly. We have a way, though, that you can maybe loosen up a little bit. And again, I'm going to throw out the wine segment. We have a CMA drinking game that you can actually play.
So fun. We're going to be playing that.
So much fun. Okay, here's the deal. You drink. Take a shot. I mean, no, it's on a Wednesday. Take a sip. Take a sip. Drink some water in between.
It's a CMAs. It's not a weekday. It doesn't matter.
It's a weekday. It's a weekday. I got to be up early. Okay. Every time someone mentions Blake and Miranda, obviously, you're going to have to take a sip. Every time someone gets up on stage and accepts an award and thanks the fans, you're going to have to take a sip. Every time two different artists get up on the stage and perform together. Every time someone messes up a name on the prompter. Every time a country music legend is mentioned. And of course, you have to. Every time Carrie Underwood changes her clothes.
Oh gosh, if my predictions are correct, you're going to be having a lot of
Oh my gosh, this is a way to make the CMAs, like I said, a little more loose because we get too serious about it. I do at least. So a little way to keep it fun, keep it calm.
And you can use our sangria recipe if you're looking for something to drink.
That's right. So head on over to thestream.tv. Make sure you grab not only the sangria recipe, but the CMA predictions. We have it right there in printable form for you because you're going to need to know all of the times you need to drink. Absolutely.
And you can find us on Twitter at Country Crossover. You can find me at Kristen Strange.
And you can find me at Heather G TV. And remember, we're going to be live tweeting, so you guys need to tweet us. Get on your phone.
Hashtag Country Crossover.
All right, guys, head on over to thestream.tv, and we will see you next week for our rundown of the CMAs. I might get a little feisty. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.